Hi guys, hey, welcome back. It's me, Karen. Feeling a bit better today, but I'm getting ready to go to the doctor, having to get checked out by my family doctor and do tests to see with the pancreatitis how things are going there. Sorry. I feel better, but I feel very shaky. There's one thing I will never miss. That's taking a shower. Making sure my hair is clean and I'm shaved. Even whenever I was in the hospital, they wrapped my arms, my hands, because I had IVs in both my hands so I could shower. You know what? That day that I went to the hospital, I just really felt like I was going to be kept there. I never dreamt it was my pancreas. But this is just kind of a get ready with me, and I'm sorry that I can't come in any clearer. But I really just kind of felt like I was, because I thought something is really wrong. My stomach is wrapped around my esophagus, and I've said this several times before, from surgery, to try to keep the acid in my stomach, but it still comes up. And honestly, I thought that had come apart. That's what I thought the pain was. And I drove myself to the hospital. I didn't want anybody else driving me. I know how I drive, and I needed a smooth ride. I drove a Camaro, but yeah, it sits down on the ground, but I know that I'm not going to be hitting a lot of bumps and stuff, and the ones I do, I'm going to go slowly over them. But even at that, it still felt like that every bump was just a crater, like it hurt so bad. Anyway, I had gone to Methodist Hospital, and I couldn't find a parking spot. It's such a large hospital. Then I thought, I don't want to go to Mercy. I freaking hate Mercy Hospital. I sat in the waiting room with my father-in-law. I think it was either last September or the September before, for 10 hours. That man had a bowel blockage. Well, there were people there that had a stumped toe. I'm like, you don't go to the hospital for a stumped toe, or if your medicine's out of whack, don't go to the hospital for that. Come on. Go to the hospital when it's serious. I knew it was serious that day, and I knew Mercy was not on my to-do list. So I was turning around to get on the interstate. I'm like, I gotta go to the hospital. I'm screaming in pain. And then I remembered Lutheran. That's where both of my babies were born. And see how I just did that, guys? So I go to Lutheran. I literally was not there. See how many times I can say literally. Like, she checked me in, and I sat down, and it wasn't 2 minutes, and they called my name. I really think they thought I was having a heart attack or a stroke or something. But they started taking blood, and I'm just trying to remember how things went. It just went so fast. They immediately started giving me pain medicine, and through IV, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember how things went. It was just within like 20 minutes. The doctor came back and said, you have pancreatitis. We're running further tests. And I'm like, pancreatitis? Are you freaking kidding me? I've had this before, but it never felt like this. Like, I'm not a drinker. Never. Just don't care about alcohol. My triglycerides were perfect. And actually, they were really perfect. They were 95. They said that they had to be 1,000 to be pancreatitis or cause the pancreatitis. Anyway, they put me in the hospital and I was there 4 days on end, and they did surgery on Friday. And the surgery, they went in, they had to wait for my pancreas to kind of mellow out a little bit, I guess. So I was there for several days before they could do surgery. But I had, years ago I had my gallbladder removed, and with the gallbladder, there was a piece of it that was still up, and this happens to everybody. There's like a stem, is what my understanding is, and it's teeny tiny, but there were stones in that stem. And so they had gone through to my pancreas, and no enzymes or anything could get through my pancreas. So that and some polyps and just like bile, which I call bile, but it was like slug or some slush, I think that's what they call it in the paperwork. But anyway, I would tell you, I had in the ER and even on the floor, I had the most amazing doctors and great nurses. Nobody was taking my medicine. They were actually saying, you need your medicine now, you need your medicine now. Like, that was an experience that I had years ago with my third neck surgery, was they were stealing my pain medicine. And so it was an excruciating pain. They were giving me Tylenol. And so that was at Mercy Hospital. Anyway, Lutheran Hospital rocks, and when I was there, I think it was my third day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I had a guy that came in that was my nurse, a male nurse, immediately just had good vibes with him. And, you know, I'm nosy. I started asking questions. How old are you? He's 38. He's from San Antonio. I could tell with that accent that he was from Texas. He was my stepdad. I've been lived in Tyler, Texas for years. He had that really strong accent. And anywho, this guy's really a good guy. He's a traveling nurse. I'm not really sure. I guess they go from place to place. So I don't know if he stays in Iowa and goes back to Texas or what that is, the deal is with that, but he gets paid a lot more. Yeah, I found out a lot from him because he likes talking, so do I. But then the ladies, I have one really great RN that was really great, and I wish she could have been him and this gal. I wish they could have been my nurses the whole time. They were awesome. I'm not saying that the other nurses were bad, but you know, like, don't come in my room every half hour. My gosh, no way, I couldn't go to sleep. So when I got home, finally got home, I couldn't wake up. I slept all day, or all night Saturday night, and then all day Sunday. But anyway, that's my experience, and I thought I would just put on the rest of my makeup while and finishing my hair, because that's just what I'm going to do with my hair, nothing. I just don't feel like it. I don't have a lot of energy, and I'm still really shaky. But I'm on like this low-fat diet is what it is. It's not a keto or anything like that. That's not what they want me to do. I have to do low-fat, so I'm doing like sugar-free Jell-O. I've only had 2 oranges since I've been home because they really did not work too well with my stomach. But I'm having peaches, I mean. Just trying to eat clean. And I know that the Jell-O is sugar-free, but I have to have that for right now. no sugar. Or she said, low fat, not necessarily low sugar. So she said bread, potatoes, things like that we normally want to stay away from. But it's just from being sick. I've lost 10 pounds, but that's just from being sick. I'm sure it'll find me back. So anyway, I'm going to go to the doctor and I'll do a video later and tell you how that goes. Bye guys. Love you all.